a lot of it can be psychological too. Depression, of course, hypertension, anything where you neglect your food habits, neglect your sleep. In yoga, we believe sleep is more important than breathing. Welcome back to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. Today, we have two wonderful guests with us, and you will be wondering why Paul Chipkin to my immediate right is on a chair and Josiane Hurd to my immediate left is on the mat with me. We're going to demonstrate to you a very unusual combination of postures that can be adapted to actually where you can adapt these postures to stretch while you're sitting in a chair, as Paul is, and we can do the same postures on the floor. Josiane and I are going to attempt these postures on the floor. Before we do that, a little commercial, an infomercial for us. Our program, Yogaxpress, airs Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and Files 35. If you've been very good and you've been staying with us over the last 88 episodes, write to us, email me, banu.suresh@gmail.com, or visit my website, www.yogaexpress.com. We will send you a postcard with the 48 plus sequence on it. There are a sequence of 48 basic ailment-specific stretches that target all major muscle groups, glands, and organs in the body in under 20 minutes. I can see a smile come on Josiane's face, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Josiane and I had a brief discussion just before we started today's episode. We'll get to that in a minute. We will also send you a bookmark or a fridge magnet with the 48 postures. And so you stick this on your fridge. We have a little business card with the sequence on the back. Put this in your wallet and put the little postcard in your handbag. Please, just don't give yourself or us any more excuses not to stretch. Josiane was smiling when we talked about, what was it we were just talking about before we came in here?
We talked about several subjects. Breathing, stretching, expansion of the chest, constipation, blood pressure, sciatica.
Right. And we were talking about how we can practice yoga sitting on a chair and on the floor. And basically all it is telling yourself that wherever you are, if you can move, you can stretch. Hi, George. Feel free to join us anytime. So what we're going to do is we are going to adapt about 22 postures in the course of today and tomorrow's episode, in the course of 2 episodes. And we'll start with posture number 1. And as I call out the postures, Josiane and I will start from the standing postures. As I call them out, I will also simultaneously call out the adaptation for Paul to stretch while he's in his chair. Yoga Secrets is my 3rd title. Yoga for Busybodies is my 2nd title, if you can pick it up on camera. And Yoga Secrets it's a box of 10 ailment-specific cards. Yoga for Busybodies covers 12 ailments. And you can pick it up at any of the bookstores. But if you want to write to us, we will send you a copy. If you notice, Josiane has her socks on. She has got rubber dots under the socks. Typically, we practice yoga bare feet. as Paul has very sportingly decided to take his shoes off today. Thank you, Paul. But Josiane is being safe anyway. She feels the studios are a little cold. So Josiane needs to keep her socks on, but she still very smartly has socks that have rubber dots under. So folks at home, if you don't want to take your socks off, that's fine. Keep your socks on. Make sure you have something with a good grip, which gives you a good grip on the floor or on the mat. You don't want to hurt yourself. The main thing is be very careful and treat your body with respect. Okay, Josiane, if we are ready, let's stand up. We're going to go into posture number 1, Paul, just so you can see what it looks like. And Paul, you can stay where you... Oh, actually, if you want to do the standing postures with us, we're fine. You just don't want to sit on the floor today.
Exactly.
Actually, before we go ahead, Paul, tell us, you're a producer here. Tell us about your program a little bit.
I have, let's see, there we go. I have a show called Paul Chipkin Psyche and the Light. It's on Tuesday nights, 8:30 on these same channels, 57, 84, and 35. The show is through the arts and spirituality, primarily takes on the struggle against stigma against the mentally ill. So.
Thank you. That was a wonderful introduction. I have been on one of Paul's shows as well, and he is quite the talker. You're very fluent. You're fantastic the way you address the group and your
God be the
topic.
glory.
You were fantastic. I did enjoy being on your show. Josiane used to do belly dancing before, and she combines it with martial arts, boxing,
Taekwondo,
Aikido.
Kendo.
Josiane believes in having balance in her life. So all the aggressive sport, along with the gentle sport, with common denominator being
My link is yoga.
yoga. So thank you. I'm so proud and so happy to have both of you here. We're going to stagger ourselves, and maybe we'll just move this just a little bit, Paul. So Paul is fine with the standing posture. So Paul, why don't you come forward? I'll go back. So both of you come forward. Hasta Uttana, posture number 1 is Hasta Uttana, or hands raised. Hasta is hands, Uttana is raised. Heels are together, toes slightly apart. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, and as we inhale, we move our arms. Raise your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep your palms as they are, and then keep moving your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in, and hold. Look up at your hands. Clasp your palms in any way that your school may have taught you. You can, point the index finger and the thumb and fold all the other fingers, or you can keep your palms flat the way Josiane has. You can keep all your fingers crossed over the way Paul has. So I'm going to cross my fingers over the way Paul has. That's the way I was trained, so I'm going to stay that way. Whatever it is, make the connection. Now we're going to do another posture called Padahasta. Both these postures can also be done sitting on a chair, but because they're so simple, they only involve the upper body, we're going to do it standing up. Padahasta is hands to feet. As you can tell, we're going to exhale and fold from the hip. Actually, Paul, why don't you now sit on a chair and show them how you can fold? Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
There's trouble coming. I can hear that instruction.
Paul is going to now sit on the chair, and he's going to show how you can get your hands all the way down. We're going to exhale, fold from the hip. Very nice. Keep your knees apart just a little bit, Paul, so give yourself some room to come forward. Exhale, fold from the hip. You'll notice as we keep exhaling, we are making it a little easier for us to fold over, just 1 millimeter at a time. Hold. Inhale. Let's come up. Very nice. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Now this time, Paul will do a slight adaptation, and we will try and talk Paul through it while Josiane and I go into what's called Brave Warrior. Let's turn. No, actually, Paul should be able to see us, so let's turn this way. Now, Paul, what we are going to do is we're going to do something called Vira Bhadra Kona. So basically, let me get this out. We have our legs out all the way. What we are going to do is we're going to bend our right leg at the knee, and we're going to take our right hand will go in front of the right ankle. So what you can do is bring your right foot forward, take your left foot. What you want to do is come to the corner of your chair. That's it. So take your left foot back. That's it. Now,
can you? Flat?
Yeah, no, actually keep the leg. Yes, left foot as far back as you can, but flat as you can.
Surgery.
You can. Oh, okay. If you have tender knees, or you've had knee surgery or ankle surgery, be very careful. If you cannot take your left leg too far back, that's fine. Just bring your right leg.
Unless I bring it up in the air. You don't want that.
In the air. You want to
Like
keep
that,
it.
see?
Yeah, that's fine. Curl your toes in. That's fine. Let's do that. It is an adaptation. So the idea is to feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch. Of course, you want a wonderful stretch in the quadriceps in the left leg. Can you feel that, Paul?
No,
Do you feel not yet?
not.
Okay, what we're going to do, you're also going to feel a nice compression in the front. So let's do that. Josiane, let's keep our left foot down. Your left foot is down. Put your brakes on in your left leg. Right foot is out, turned out to the front. We're going to inhale, bring our arms up to shoulder height. Exhale. As we exhale, Josiane and I will bring our right hand down, and so will Paul. Bring your right arm, hand down in front of your right ankle. Raise your left arm. The idea in this posture is also to open up the chest. So let me see how Paul, good. Paul has the left side of his chest nice and open, and that's the idea, to fill your lungs with air and also feel, Paul, I hope you're feeling a bit of a stretch in your hamstrings on the right side. Good. Now I'm going to bend my knee just a little bit to get a little deeper. Now, inhale, straighten your right knee, and bring your arms up to shoulder height. This time, Paul, you may want to turn. Josiane, let's turn the other way so Paul can also turn. Paul, you want to sit on that corner. Now, this time, you're going to have to bring your left leg out. So what Josiane and I are going to do is we're going to get our legs apart about 3 to 4 feet. And the right foot, we're going to put our brakes on. So the right foot comes in, left foot goes out. So the heel of the left leg, heel of the left foot is perpendicular to the sole of the right foot. So we're going to inhale, bring our arms up to shoulder height. Paul, now this time, are you able to take the right foot all the way back?
You can do better.
You're
That's as far as it
Paul
goes.
is doing, yeah, that's fine. And you can, if you want, if you feel safe, you can bring your heel up if you have to, because you did bring it up on this side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to curl your toes in, bring
But the
your
right,
heel
right
just
foot
up.
is not the problem.
Yeah, and this time what Paul is going to do is feel a nice expansion in the right side of his chest this time. So we're going to exhale first. Josiane, thank you for waiting. Exhale and bend the left knee. Let's keep exhaling. Dip your right hand in front of your, left hand in front of your left ankle. Thank you, Paul. Right hand goes all the way up. Look up at your right hand. So your chest opens up nicely. Beautiful. And breathe. Inhale, let's come up. Straighten the left knee. Exhale and release. Now we are going into another posture called Ugrasana. Actually, we probably would be best just to keep our legs apart, because Ugra means fierce. So we're going to go down all the way. This time, Paul, you may want to face forward, because you'll be safer, because then you'll have a nice firm grip. And what you want to do is keep your legs, yes, as far apart as you can without slipping off. And we're going to keep our legs outstretched. I'm going to stagger myself. Josiane, maybe you want to come forward just a little bit. Now, in this posture, Ugra means fierce. In this posture, the idea is to stretch your hamstrings. Now, since you're seated, you may not feel a full hamstring stretch, but you will feel a wonderful spinal stretch when you go forward. So what we're going to do is feel a spinal stretch, and you should feel a wonderful compression in your lower abdomen. So inhale, let's take our arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead. As we fold over from the hip, we're going to keep exhaling. Keep your back nice and straight. Now, Paul, I noticed I did not remember to give you a brick, so I'm going to loan you this. If you want to try and place your head very gently, make sure your palms
That
are
head's not
on.
going anywhere on there.
Place your palms on the floor between your legs. And if you're feeling, those of you who are doing it on the mat, if you're feeling ambitious today, you want to touch your head to the floor, your crown of your head, the way Josiane's got it. Bring your legs apart just a little more if you need to. Inhale. Remember, put your brakes on. Keep your toes turned in. Keep inhaling. Come up to midpoint. Keep your back nice and straight. Keep inhaling. Let's come up all the way. Arms overhead. Exhale. And release. Now, before I come up to upright position, I want to wiggle my feet closer so I don't slip. Now we're going to do a posture called Ardha Chandra. This is very easy to do to adapt in a chair. You will love it. It's called Half Moon. And Josiane, do you want to come forward so we don't hit each other? And I'm going to go back just a little bit. Again, heels together, toes slightly apart, palms by your side. That's it. Good. You might want to come forward. You don't need too much room, but actually come forward a little more, Paul. You don't need to bring your legs up. That's it.
You like that?
Yeah, no, that's good. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together just like we did in the previous posture in Hastotana, arms raised. This time, instead of folding forward, we're going to exhale and dip our torso to the left and then to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come up to midpoint. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come up to midpoint. Exhale and release the arms. Actually, without bringing your arms down, bring your arms in front of your chest. Let's flow naturally into the next one. It's called Kati Chakra. Kati Chakra simply means actually spinning wheel. Chakra is a wheel. Kati is cut off. Think of it as cut off or half. What we're going to do, and I'm going to stagger myself a little way or Paul is going to hit me. So, palms are facing down and your elbows are nice and up. We're going to exhale. As we exhale, we're going to torque our body a little bit to the right and take our right arm out all the way as far as you can go. Paul, you might find the chair, actually the chair back is not too high, so it's okay. We're going to exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. And then the other arm. Now bring both the palms back in front. And this time we're going to exhale. Just one arm goes out, Paul. So exhale to the left. Inhale. Let's come back to the center. Very nice breathing. This time, Josiane and I, because we're standing, we might be able to move our hips to take our body further, upper body further back. So we're going to attempt that. And Paul, if you think you won't be able to move your hip because you're sitting on the chair, but if you think it'll help you to exhale deeper and you could go even further, try that out. Let's try it one more time. This time, Josiane and I, we will take our hips with us. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the front. You should exhale and release the arms. You should feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch in your obliques. When we turn to the right, you should feel the stretch in the left part of your body, midriff. When you turn to the left, you should feel the stretch on the right side. You also feel a wonderful compression on the other side, the side that we're turning. And Paul, did you actually feel that? Was that intense enough?
Good for the waistline.
Say again?
Good for the waistline.
It is, isn't it? I know. If I keep trying, maybe I'll lose some of this mansfield on my waist. Kati Chakra. Uttita Pada is legs raised. Paul, you have an advantage in this one. You're sitting, so we are both going to have to balance. So we're going to be careful.
Yes.
Uttita Pada is, Uttita is raised, Pada is foot. So raised foot. Transfer the weight, for Josiane and myself, transfer the weight to the right foot. Now this time, what we're going to do is raise the left heel and turn your left knee out to the side. Place your right hand on your hip. This is all to give us balance. You're quite safe up to now, Paul. Now what we do is raise the left foot very gently. Hold on to your left big toe. Inhale and extend out to the front. You should feel a beautiful stretch in your hamstrings behind and the back of your legs. Exhale and release very gently. We all have different abilities on different days and on different sides of the body at different periods in our lives.
Yes.
So I'm sure you'll be fine on the other leg, and you did okay. You did great because you had your leg extended. Folks at home, if you fall out of a posture, get right back in. Do not get discouraged. Transfer the weight to your left leg. Raise your right foot a little bit and then lift your right foot, bring it closer to your right hand, hold your right big toe, inhale and extend the right leg. And once your leg is out there, if you're feeling ambitious, I'm feeling ambitious, but my body is not ready, but I'm going to try and bring my foot out. Very nice, Paul. I can see through the side of my eye. I don't want to hit Paul at the same time. I don't think I'm quite going to reach there. Exhale and release. The important thing is, when we come out of a posture, let us do it with grace, poise, and not worry about not having completed a posture. We're going to get there. We're going to complete it. You come out, get right back in. And I think we're doing fine so far. Feeling good? None of us have injured ourselves. Reason is, we're being very careful. We're tightening our core muscles. Any posture we get into, we're making sure that we are safe. And safety is the most important part of yoga, at least in the yoga that we share with you. Garuda is eagle. All it involves is a crossing of the right leg over the left leg and then tucking the right foot across the left calf. And then we'll cross the opposite arms together. So what we're going to do, transfer the weight to your left leg. Use your hands physically, especially Josiane and I are standing, so it's a bit of a balanced posture. We're going to try. Transfer your right leg, so your right thigh crosses over the left thigh. Haven't you been to, what is that, Swiss high school, or what is a finishing school in Switzerland, Paul?
I know somebody.
You probably watch them. It's considered very ladylike to be able to cross your legs. I don't know. But when I was young, that's what we were told.
Tell me about the nunnery.
We transfer. Take your right thigh over the left thigh. Tuck your right foot across your left calf. Now your right leg is over. Now, very careful with your balance. Inhale, raise the left arm. Whoops. Okay. And then bend the left hand at the elbow, cross the left elbow over the right.
Wow, that's an interesting idea.
Inhale, release the arms, and then the legs. Typically, we should be releasing the legs first and then the arms. This is also a wonderful posture for when you've been sitting at the computer a very long time. When sitting hunched up over the computer, it's really wonderful to be able to stretch. You're already hunched up, but when you do it consciously, you're moving forward and back, so you're not just going to be crouched. But it also gives you a sense of relief to know that your trapezius muscles right behind your neck, that is a part where we all carry all our worries.
Yeah.
Now, before you remind me, I'm trying to remember it myself. We have to do the other side, correct?
Yes.
The smile on your face says it. I know. She's reminding me. Thank you. Transfer the weight to your right leg. This time, take your left leg, left thigh with your hands and move it physically. Human beings have natural props. Now, cross the left thigh over the right thigh, and I'm going to try and twine my left foot around my right calf. Good, Josiane, very nice. Inhale, raise the right arm, place the right elbow over the left elbow, twine your arms together. So if the left leg...
It's not computing at the moment.
If the left leg goes over, it's the right arm over. How are you doing? Try it again.
Well, it's just too confusing. It's all
No. Okay. Place your left leg, cross your left leg over the right leg. And
something like that. Well,
Yeah.
you want it down there. Which
You
is
can
impossible.
place it down,
If we
that's
do
fine.
up there, we can do better.
Do that.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Now, your left leg is over, so your right arm, raise the right arm.
Yeah.
Exhale, get the right elbow over the left and twine your arms together.
I don't. It doesn't look like yours.
Thanks, Claudia. No, that's fine. Inhale and release. The idea is, Paul, just to be able to stretch.
Yeah.
Stretch your latissimus, your trapezius muscles in the back, your deltoids. You're getting a beautiful stretch. It doesn't have to look... In fact, we all probably would look different at different points and in different postures. But that's the idea. We're sharing all our different ways. So, thank you. You've been very sporting to come here, so we appreciate that. Uttanasana. Uttan means forward fold. And this is actually a wonderful, wonderful way to stretch your spinal extensors, your spine, the back of your spine, even when you're seated. Paul, you should enjoy this. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Feet heels together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, bring your arms. I'm going to stagger myself. Since you're doing seated ones, Paul, you may want to take your chair forward just a little bit.
Sure. That I can
Good.
do.
Inhale, raise your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in, and now hold the opposite elbows. Now this time, once you got hold of your opposite elbows, you want to move your shoulders back as much as possible. We're going to exhale and fold from the hip. The idea is to feel a beautiful, delicious compression. Your lower abdomen presses on your upper thigh. Keep exhaling little sips of air every day. Aim for 1 millimeter deeper. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. I think we're doing beautifully. We just have 2 more postures. Parsvakona Namaskara. In fact, Parsvakona Namaskara is number 19. Let me make sure that it's actually still a standing posture, so you're fine on the chair and we're doing okay. Okay, Parsvakona Namaskara is a prayer twist. Namaskara is a prayer. Kona is corner or twist. Parsvakona is a full twist. Take your right foot forward. Left foot stays back with the left foot angled just a little bit out. Right foot faces straight ahead. And in fact, I'm going to wiggle my right foot forward as much as possible because we need to get our left knee on the floor. Now, Paul, you don't need to get your whole left knee, but what you can do is take your left foot back. Are you okay with that?
We're bending.
Yeah, okay. You can curl your toes in, that's fine.
Okay.
Bend your right knee, keep exhaling. Very gently bring your left knee on the floor. That's fine. You don't want to go too far down. This is fine. Great. Now, you've got your right knee out, so you're going to inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left elbow over the right knee. Now, Paul, be careful with your balance. This posture can be tricky when you're on the chair. Place the right palm over the left palm, and your right elbow goes up. Look up at your right elbow. And hold. When we say hold, we're talking about hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale and release. Exhale. Let's do the other leg. Very gently, Paul. This time you may want to go on the other corner of your chair and take the other leg back. Good. Curl your toes in on the right foot, Paul. Bring your left foot forward. And this time, Josiane and I have our knee on the floor. Paul, you don't want to touch your knee on the floor, so keep your toes curled in. We're going to dip forward so our pelvis comes closer to the floor. Left knee is up. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, dip the right elbow over the left knee. Place the left palm over the right palm. Look up at the left elbow and hold. Inhale. Come back up. Release the posture. We just had one more, and I think we're doing beautifully for time. The last one is called Shashank. I'm not sure if you really, well, you could try that. Shashank is rabbit. Josiane, be careful, you have a tender knee. We're going to have to fold forward, so I don't want you to attempt that today on both your knees. Are you okay? You're very brave. Here, use a brick. Okay, if you're going to try that.
The brick doesn't help.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Be careful. Do it on one knee if you like, because I know one knee is tender today. So I'm going to sit on my heels. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. We're going to exhale with your arms nice and straight. Go forward. Josiane is practically in Janu Sirsha, actually, head to knee. Very slight variations in these postures actually change the name of the posture too. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Thank you so much for staying with us. And Paul and Josiane, thank you.
It's my pleasure.
You both were wonderful, very sporting, wonderful participants. And we have enjoyed being with our viewers today. Feel free tomorrow, join us at the same time, 1:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. And tomorrow we're going to go through the rest of the seated posture, the postures which will allow us to stretch sitting in a chair as well as doing it on the mat. How are we doing for time, Paul? Are we good? back to Yogaxpress. Yogaxpress is the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. Once more, we have our two wonderful guests back with us for more. Paul Chipkin, thank you so much for coming back to the show. Paul is going to demonstrate to us how we can adapt some of the basic stretches in this 48 plus sequence